बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना और तुम. So if you were not listening, would you know that somebody can make it pleasant for you? If you are not listening, would you know that the person who is in front of you has same aspiration, same happiness needs, also same qualities? I'm here to talk about how do you find wisdom in this world which is full of noise, right? But when you guys reached out to me saying that this is the topic, I was so excited and I was thinking, is the young generation really looking forward for the ancient wisdom? Do they really care? So like, yeah, me being a fan of ancient wisdom, I was extremely excited that this is the opportunity. And therefore I thought I'll come here not to tell you something, but ask you something. Ask you to think, ask you to evaluate, and ask you to validate. Everybody saying, listen, listen, listen. Is it really required? I'm sure if I ask you, you will say, yeah, everybody else needs that, not me. I'm a good listener. Yes? So I'm here to tell you that impression of yours being a good listener, is it true or not true? These are some alarming trends. Every day, we are creating 402 million terabytes of data. Every day. Can you imagine? Since the change of the calendar last year, we have added 181 zettabytes of data. Can you imagine? But how does it relate to you? Because half of that is internet traffic. Half of that internet traffic is video consumption. And who's consuming that? Everyone in this room. And can you imagine that 90% of the data which I'm talking about here was created in last 2-3 years? That's the pace at which we are going. And if half of that is video, where is that video going? In your brain. And you say that you don't get affected. Let's find out. 80% of the employees are saying we are burnt out. Do you also know that our attention span is now 47 seconds? That's all we can focus, which has become 1/3 in only 20 years. So is the first part and the second part related, or it is just some numbers? Let's find out. Let me take you back to school, and I'm sure everybody has been to school. Did you learn this? Sound, voice, music, and noise. Have you learned all of that? What is a sound? Any signal which is detected by ears. Your day-to-day life, your life in your college, school, your life in your office, your life at business. Something is happening all the time. And that is the sound because it is supposed to travel to you. Then how is it different from voice? Voice is something which you can interpret, which has a meaning. Voice is something which you utilize for interaction. It is not just the sound. Where does it come from? Your parents, your boss, your team, your friend, your colleague, your comrade, your classmate, everywhere it is coming from. And that is because it is structured, it has a meaning. So, what is music? Does music have a meaning? Music is the sound which has a pattern, a mixture which is very beautifully formulated so that it becomes pleasant, it activates you. So, what is noise? Noise is again a form of sound which has no structure, which has no relevance, and it is just a mix of all the signals. And most importantly, it is counterproductive. Am I right by saying it is counterproductive? Do you like noise? No. But what you like? You like music. All right. So let's talk about music. You just now confirmed that you like music. I'm sure you have a favorite song. I'm sure you have several favorite songs. You sometimes even fight with you. No, no, no. This is a better song than that one. Yes or no? I have a question for you. You like music, you like songs. Let's say you like 15, 20 songs. What if I play all of them simultaneously? Will you like it? And that, my friend, is the synthesis of noise. Then why am I telling this to you? We are consuming all that information simultaneously. And therefore, it is not sitting in as music, it is sitting in as noise. And the reason I'm highlighting this is 50% of our traffic is for that. It means at least half, if not more, number of people are actually consuming noise, thinking that they are consuming information, knowledge, music, direction. And that's why, my friend, the burnout, the FOMO, the fear of failure, the lack of clarity is happening. And the reason I wanted to come here to ask you was, if you don't listen to all the songs together, why do I see you on your screens all the time? And I want you to reconsider that. And that is my first proof that you're consuming noise. You're not consuming information. People ask me that, yeah, that's okay, but I'm smart. I'm glad you are. By the way, you are smart. I'm not trying to say you're not. You are smart. But the question is not about smartness. The person is, are you misled or not? Meaning, do you have clarity or not? So, what did I do? I spent 3 decades in corporates. What I did is, I did survey, I asked people, I did research, and I asked them, okay, what's your biggest challenge? Oh, the competition is the highest of all time. I don't have opportunities. And I said, okay, fine. I asked them, let's look at 3 generations. Let's look at 75 years. Between you, people around you, people around your father, people around your grandfather. What was the loyalty? Highest with the grandfather or great grandfather, then with the father, then with your generation. Hard work, same. Commitment, same. Loyalty, same. If people around you are less loyal, less hardworking, less committed, and less honest, who do you have competition with? So, The competition is the lowest of all time. What do companies want? Company want loyalty, right? People who can come grow with them. Company wants commitment, hard work so that they can achieve more and grow more. And you say companies are not hiring. After spending 30 years, I know it is hard to hire people these days. You guys say it's hard to get a job. Now, these two cannot be true together. One of them is wrong. So, what is wrong? The competition impression. Everybody in the hall said yes, competition is the highest, whereas I've just now proved it is the lowest. 1950, we had 6,000 companies registered in our country. Any guess how many today? 19 lakh, 2 million. In the year 2000, there were a few dozen tech companies. How many we have today? 31,000. Our population has grown fourfolds, and I've just now told you how many companies have grown. And you say there are less opportunities? If there are less opportunities and people are struggling to hire, again, two contradictory statements. Third one, how are the glorified dropouts? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs are dropouts. So it's okay not to study. Guys, Bill Gates is a dropout from Harvard University. Okay? If he could reach there, once you reach there, I'm okay if you want to drop out. Steve Jobs, Reed University, an expert calligrapher. Bill Gates, the mathematics, computer science. They had something which others didn't have, and therefore they decided that their education part is done. Do you have it? If you don't, go do it. And that's why, my friend, you have been misled by the noise. You need to listen. Why is this happening? Everything which is online and free, you are the product. You are being sold to people who want to sell you their shirt, sell you their makeup, sell you their laptop, sell you their mobile. My friend, whatever is free, you are the product. Don't chase that. Don't consume knowledge just like that. So how do we fix it? Where are we missing? You know what the human body is doing for life? Ingestion, digestion, processing, assimilation, and elimination. Now tell me, out of this, which one can you eliminate? Can you? Can you reorder? No, but you're doing exactly on knowledge consumption. Tell me, can you just continue eating? Let's say, for example, you love biryani. Can you just keep eating all the time? You cannot. You have to stop. Do you think you can eat again before digesting what you have eaten? But what are you doing? You're just consuming information after information after information. No digestion is taking place. What happens when you eat a lot? You know, that's what you're doing to your intellectual self. Therefore, my friends, I want you to understand that hearing, you need to be aware of the sound around you. Listening is when you focus on people. Tell me, if I'm looking at you and say, and what else? And you very beautifully portrayed that, right? When you say, yeah, okay, and that's when the person thinks you're listening. What is the rule of the universe? What you give is what you get. You want people to listen to you, but you don't want to listen to them. How is that going to work? If you want people to listen to you, you better start listening. You better start paying attention and not just listen to them. Listen to understand. Listen to understand what is their point of view, what is their situation, where are they coming from, and then act accordingly. And that's exactly how our ancient wisdom was designed. Śravaṇa, Manan, and nididhyāsana. Also, there's a third part which you're not doing: filtering, deleting. The information, I just now proved that the three concepts which you have in your mind, which were given to you by internet, social media, surrounding, friends, society, they were all wrong. You have to filter it and you have to delete that. There's a very interesting experiment which was done at Duke University. They exposed 4 types of sound to rats. Ambient sound, like whatever was happening in the lab. Second was static noise. Third was music, and fourth was absolute silence. And it's easy to take a mouse and do the study. The only group which showed significant neurogenesis, development of brain, was the silent group. And therefore, my friend, I want you to practice silence. I want you to listen. I want you to understand, delete, and then move forward. If somebody is talking to you, just say, Does it mean that? The person will feel that you care for them. And as I said, in universe, what you give is what you get. When you care, people care for you. That's what is required by leaders today. If you want people to follow you, you create that trust. How do you create that trust? Looking in the eye, nodding, agreeing, and ask them, how do you feel? What does it mean? Does it mean if we don't fix the problem, that is going to happen? Does it mean that if I do not go forward, we will have that challenge? And that's how, my friend, you develop leadership. Today, I know that there is a challenge. Companies are not really looking forward to hiring the new generation. And therefore, my friends, the new generation is not a misfit, actually. I want my leaders to listen to them. Create a system where they can share their pain, share their agony. We created the noise. Let them understand where are they lost. Understand that there are feelings. Let them explain. More importantly, you'll be surprised with the new perspective they bring to you. You'll be happy to see the creativity. And all of that begins by śravaṇa. I want you all to start focusing on this process of being aware that something is happening around. śravaṇa, listen to people, your team, your brother, your boss, your parents. Manan, think about what does it mean, understand, and more importantly, delete what is unnecessary. Delete what was pushed at you as a narrative of wrong information. With this, I'm signing off. This is K Bhagchandani, giving you the new life.